Hi, this is Cathy with Usborne Books More. I'm going to tell you now about some of the wonderful books that Usborne has for preschool aged kids and kindergartners. And I want to start by talking about our #1 selling line of books. It has been our #1 selling line of books since it came out. These are called our Shine a Light books. They just came out with more. We now have 9 total in the series. What's so wonderful about these picture books is that there is a hidden picture on each page that you get to see when you shine a flashlight behind the page. So you can see the things that are hanging out in their habitats. Just peekabooing. And then it gets to talk to you about the nonfiction part, about what you're looking at. We have, this is Secrets of the Seashore, obviously. We have On the Space Station, On a Plane, Secrets of the Rainforest, Secrets in Winter. If you type Shine a Light in the search bar on the Usborne website, you will see all 9 of them. They are amazing. Kids love these. And if you buy a special flashlight with it, it makes the perfect birthday gift. We also have our big books. I don't know if you can see the scale of this compared to how big my head is, but we also have, I think, 12 now in this line of big books. These are amazing because you get to open up these giant fold-out pages that you need to lay out on the floor so that you can see how huge these rocket ships really are. The Space and Planets one is amazing because it gets to show you the entire solar system. Here's some of those planets in that solar system. These are so much fun. Kids love reading through these, lifting up these giant flaps. If you are only going to get one book tonight because you want to support your hostess, I highly recommend The Complete Book of Farmyard Tales because you get 20 stories for $25. This is one of our dual reader books, which means that each page has 2 lines of text. The top line is a very simple line of text. The bottom line is more complex. And when your little one is not quite ready to sit for a whole story, you can just read across the top. They don't know the difference because they can see the pictures and it's fine. When they can sit for longer stories, you can read to them the entire story. Then when they're old enough to read on their own, they can start reading the top line of text and just go across. Then they can read across the top and the bottom. It grows with your kids. They can enjoy these from age 2 all the way up to 2nd grade. The top line is about a 1st grade reading level. The second set of text is about a 2nd grade reading level. This is Stephen Cartwright illustrated also, so every page has a duck to find. Little ones love reading through this book. I highly, highly recommend this one for your library. It also comes with this really fun ribbon bookmark, and I forgot to mention that it comes with an audio CD, so a nice British man can read you these wonderful tales. Telling the Time is really fun, too, for preschoolers because they get to learn how to move the hands on a clock. Poppy and Sam, who are also Stephen Cartwright kiddos, want to learn about telling the time, so they ask their mom what time it is all day. And the mom tells them, so then your little one gets to move the hands of the clock. For picture books, we have a few of these ones that are stories from around the world for little children. This one, I like this one, Stories from Around the World, just because the illustrations are so fun and beautiful and vibrant, and the stories are very unique. There's Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox. I really like the How the Zebra Got His Stripes. One of this, my 4-year-old loves when I read this book with her. Pipkin is our cute little penguin, and he wants to know how big is a million. He also wants to know how deep is the sea in another story. And this is a fun book for counting because he goes on this adventure and he wants to really understand how big is a million. So he counts things along the way, and your little one gets to count with him from just 10s up to 100, up to 1,000 snowflakes. In the very back there is a poster that would probably fill a wall floor to ceiling. It's enormous and it has exactly 1 million stars on it, and it has Pipkin and his mom looking at it. It's so fun. This is a nice interactive book Squirrel's Tale. They also have Mouse About the House. This one's a really fun read aloud because the squirrel goes on an adventure through this little flap. I hope I'm not blacking it. But he goes down the trail and he's looking for his nuts and he wants to find them, and you slip it in through this little pocket. It just gets kids familiar with turning one page at a time, reading left to right, and it's so fun for them to tuck the little squirrel in and out of the flaps. Another interactive book that we have is Muddle and Match. It's a whole series of books. This one's Muddle and Match Imagine. We also have Monsters and Adventurers, I think. You can mix and match the pictures and make up stories about the characters that you create. Or you can just leave them the way my 4-year-old likes them, which is don't mix them up, just have them the way they are, and it teaches alliteration. Madeline, the Magnificent Mermaid, soars into the stormy skies. Well, now I changed it up, didn't I? But when they're all lined up, they're all the same letter. And it's so fun because the colors are really pretty, and you can make up like what are they going to do today when they're all mixed up. I love this line of books. We have lots of Lit the Flap books for this age that are really fun. This one is question and answers about your body. There's also general questions and answers. This is really neat because it's just fun ways to explore real life things, questions that you maybe even have that you don't know the answer to. How do broken legs mend? You lift the flap and your bone knits itself together again. So things that you might get stumped by, you can explore together with your child. These ones are so much fun. If you have a little ballerina, a little girl who really likes dancing all around to pretty music and likes to get dressed up, we have this little ballerina dancing book that comes with a CD of ballerina music. Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. You put the CD in and it teaches you the dance steps to do so that you can dance along. If they have a wand and if they have wings or a tutu, they love doing this because it will take about a half hour to go through the whole book. Such a fun way to spend the day. This is another interactive book that we have that I love to show for preschoolers. Our Wipe Clean line of books is fantastic. They all come with a dry erase marker, and they get to practice drawing, and then when they're done, you just wipe it off with a paper towel and they can do it again and again and again. The colors are so bright. The characters are really fun. We have mazes, dot to dot. Our newest one is capital letters. This is first letters, so they're all kinds. We have numbers, and we have all the way up to multiplication and simple math. If your child is old enough to sit for longer stories, these two are really fun. Billy B. Brown and Jack are best friends, and these are chapter books that have a nice story, but they're really quick and easy to get through, and they have nice pictures. If they are not quite ready for picture books and they're just learning how to read still, we have these awesome phonics readers. Cow Takes a Bow. We have these ones that are just one story that are $7 each, and then Cow Takes a Bow and Other Tales is 8 stories for $15, so this one is a fantastic value. I love these. My 4-year-old sits in the car and just flips through the pages. I know she's looking at the words, even though she says that she's not. She can see all these really cool pictures. They're beautiful, illustrated. Bee makes teeth, and they all do funny stuff. I love these books. I'm so glad that we have them. Finally, for activities, I want to share this 50 science things to make and do for preschoolers. Really easy stuff to do, and it lays flat. I like that you can just set it down. It's got the spiral binding so it's not tipping over all the time. Easy science experiments that you can do with stuff that you have in your house right now. Oily mixtures. Can you mix oil and vinegar? Try it in this tasty experiment. And then what happens? You got salad dressing. That was so cool. It's just a really fun way to spend time with your kids, learning about how doing things together, being hands-on, and exploring things. It's just really fun. And I bet I wanted to share these with you before we go. For picture books, if you're just looking to like, oh, I just want to get one book. Learning to Fly is a really sweet tale about this penguin who can't fly, and he's like desperate to figure out how. It's very sweet. Jack and the Beanstalk is one of our puppy back picture books. We also have Cinderella and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Just stories that you're familiar with, but these pictures are just amazing. And when they can start sitting through these longer stories, it's so fun. Stop, stop, stop. Really cool. And then we have this one I'm really enjoying with my 4-year-old right now, Pelly and Mr. Harrison Visit the Moon. It's not very long, but it has the word moon, moon, moon printed over and over and over again. So I know she knows the word moon. And it has Earth printed over and over again on other pages. Moon, 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 moon. She meets this little alien and they go off exploring together because her bathtub grew a rocket ship tail all of a sudden. That is what I have for preschoolers and kindergartners. If you have questions or if you'd like to see more, please feel free to leave a comment below and let me know. Thanks so much.